So in this video, I want to talk about the energies of gossip and judgment, because these two energies are parasitical energies. And what is a parasite? Well, a parasite is something that feeds off of our energy. And not only does it feed off of our energy, but it gives nothing back. It takes away our life force energy. It drains us, and it creates a lot of corruption and imbalance within the body and within the energy field. So when it comes to judgment and gossip, this is something that we've all grown up with. This is something that has been normalized. And not only is it something that has been normalized, but we actually get a pleasure from participating in gossip and judgment as well. We grow up, we hear it through our families, we hear it through, if we're out in shops, it's all over the media. It's just something that is normalized to us, but it is not normal for the divine organic soul, and it causes corruption within the light body. It, like I say, it's a parasitical energy, and a parasite, well, it feeds off of our energy. So just to demonstrate this even more, that we actually enjoy it as well, that creates this virus within us where we feel almost compelled to do it, where we get some kind of joy out of doing it, not realizing that it's actually draining our energy and taking away from our light bodies and stopping us from being who we truly are meant to be in this life, keeping us in a low energy, keeping us down, because judgment is one of the lowest energies that we can be in. And that is why it's been so programmed and integrated into our realities, because the interdimensional forces that introduce these energies to drain our life force understand that if they get this parasite within our consciousness, so they can feed off that judgment, they can feed off that gossip, which adds nothing to us. In fact, it takes from us. Like I said, it's a parasitical energy. So I want you to, I'm going to challenge you today. This is a spiritual practice, something that we can do daily that isn't going to improve our lives. Not only is it going to improve our lives, it's going to reconnect us back to it's going to allow more of our soul to come into our body. It's going to reconnect us back to the truth of who we are, our authentic selves, and it's going to ripple out into the collective. So it's going to improve our lives, and it's going to improve everyone's life that is in contact with us, and the whole of humanity in that ripple out. So what I want you to do is, I challenge you today to become really aware, to be really observant of judgment, of just observing it around you, observing other people judging. We'll see, and we'll do this ourselves. So this is not being in, we don't want to be in judgment of judgment, right? That is a trap, where we start to judge people for judging, or be in judgment of ourselves for judging. We have to have compassion for the self. We have to have compassion for others, because we have been programmed since birth for many, many lifetimes, and many people participate in judgment and in gossip without even realizing that they are doing it. So all I want you to do is actually to bring awareness to yourself and see where it is in your life that you are judging another. We often do this. We often see people and we make snapshot judgments about their life when we don't even have any clue about their life. And even if we do, it's not our place to judge them, because we don't know what they have gone through, what programs are within their body, and actually it's our place to hold space and compassion. And actually, when we're judging another, it's actually a reflection. In order for us to judge it, that energy is inside of us somewhere, and we're actually judging ourselves on some level. So all I want you to do for this spiritual practice is bring judgment and gossip into your awareness today, and challenge yourself to hold back from judging another, and hold back from gossiping. And you're going to see actually how difficult it actually is, and that's going to give you an awareness of how we do this on autopilot. We do this almost without our conscious consent. So the first thing we do in order for us to move out of judgment and move out of gossip, so that we can improve our lives and improve the lives of humanity and raise our consciousness, which is what we are here to do right now. We are here to move into a new dimension of consciousness, one where judgment and gossip cannot prosper. and it will start to actually have an even bigger impact on our lives. So the first thing we do is bring it into our awareness. We observe where in our lives we are judging others, judging ourselves, and gossiping about others and ourselves. And you're going to find that you probably do it more than you even realize. So this is a great awareness to move into, because when we move into awareness, which is step number one, then we can start to change something. We can't change anything if we are in denial, if we are unconscious to those patterns and energies. So the first thing is we bring awareness, and then we have compassion for the self when we do judge or we do gossip. And as we start to do this, well, we can start to then make new choices. We can start to actually dissolve that parasitical energy by not allowing it to be the one that's in charge. We start to move into the driver's seat with our consciousness, because our consciousness is our life force. Is without exercising consciousness, we have no free will. We are at the will of another. We are at the will of that parasitical energy. So this is a spiritual practice that I bring into my life every single day. I become aware of where I'm in judgment of the self and where I'm in judgment of another, and I have compassion for myself when I am in judgment of the self or the other, and I understand where it comes from, and so I have compassion for myself, but then I become aware, and I use my consciousness to move out of those judgments and out of that gossip as well. So when you start doing this spiritual practice, it's really going to be quite eye-opening, and you're really going to start to observe it around you and just see how infested this parasitical energy is in the world. And it's up to us to change it within ourselves. We can judge others, but really it's up to us to do that work and to move into that place where we no longer feed those parasitical energies. And as we stop to feed them, well, they start to die off. They can no longer attach to our energy systems and our body, and they might kick up a fuss at first because they don't want to leave, they don't want to die, they need that energy. So you may feel a real pull to continue to gossip and a real pull to continue to judge, but the more you bring control and consciousness back to it, the more that will start to die off, and the more you'll move into your organic state of being, which is joy, which is bliss, which is an open-heartedness for all of humanity and the self.